Well, hey. I am Maureen Fraser, your Mary Kay chick, and I am excited to do this hopeful romantic look for, oh, it's backwards, for Valentine's Day. As you can see, it's really nice, and I'm not going to keep you long because it's Super Bowl weekend and Valentine's Day kind of weekend. And so anyways, I've got my CC cream on my primer, my foundation primer. I've got my CC cream on. What else do I have on? Oh, I have some concealer. I've got the under eye corrector on. And I've got some translucent powder on. And of course, I did my eyebrows, so those are all on. So we're just going to jump right into the eyeshadow application, the cheeks, and the lip. So if you wanted to see what the palette looks like all together, that's what it is right here. So we've got the gold status here, espresso here, and candlelight here. But what it suggests is to put on our liquid eyeshadow first in light beam. Oh, I didn't grab a catalog. So anyways, I can't remember how much all this is. Roger, grab me a catalog, pretty please. My husband is right over there. Any of them, really. Yes, please. I grabbed it, but I didn't bring it over here.
Here, my dear.
Thank you, honey. Anyways, the liquid eyeshadow is 14, just in case you're wondering. I'll just try to tell you all the prices as I go along. So it says to put the Light Beam liquid eyeshadow on the lid and into the crease. I love this one. You can tell because it's not coming out. Like I'm getting to the end of the bottle here, so I really like this one. It's a great base for your eyelid. It's just I love it. I love it. It's like a 3-in-1 product. Now I'm using the cream brush. What makes this special, you see the shape of it, and it's super thin too. So this is the cream brush, and it just kind of glides. I have one for my liquid eyeshadow, a cream brush, and I also have one for my concealer, because when you put the under eye concealer, on the blue spots, it's really important that you only get the under eye concealer, which is a peach undertone, that you only get it on the blue dark circle. Otherwise, it just kind of cancels each other out. Okay, so there you go. It wants it on the lid and into the crease, so we did that. All right, next it says to pat the Mary Kay Gold Status all over the eyelid with the Mary Kay all over brush. So you can see this is not as thin. This is the Mary Kay all over brush. So the Chroma Fusion eyeshadows right here. So they're like, it just reminds me of like a powder and a cream smooshed together. It provides for like 12 hours of long wear, staying all day long. This gold status is super pretty, so it just wants us to put it right there on the lid. Just get a little bit more. Does anybody else like move their mouth around when they're doing all their eye stuff? I have no problem doing these tutorials with the skincare, right? Not at all. But when it comes to this stuff right here, it's like all of a sudden I hear myself not talking anymore, and it's kind of funny. Okay, so we've applied that, the gold status. So the next thing it tells us to do, what's great about this is that I can send this to any of you. Yes, I can. So if you would like a copy of the Hopeful Romantic, just shoot me a message or drop your email in the comments below, or like whatever you'd like to do, just let me know and I'll get it over to you. So the next thing, apply espresso, which is the darker matte finish, to the outer V of the eye and then along the lower lash line using the eye crease brush. Okay, so it's going to be that darker one. Can you see the difference? There's shimmer in this one, and the middle one is matte, and then the last one is also shimmer. Okay, so we're going to put the espresso on with the crease brush. You can see that, and it wants us to do a V So now this one, just because I'm going to get it on the brush and I'm going to be real careful. This is pretty dark. I'm going to give it a little tap. So I'm going to start. Now, I used to not have hooded eyes. According to my daughter, I have hooded eyes now. So apparently I have to go up a little higher with the darker color. And you'll see I come right down to the V. So there's your V right here. Okay, that's the V that they're talking about. What's great about the Chromafusion is that these matte shades, you don't have to like, we'll do that in a minute, but you can apply the color by just tapping it on. Does that make sense? Okay, and now it also wants me to pull it across the eyelid line, like the lash line here. Just a little bit. All right. And that probably looks super dark, and it is on purpose. And as you can see, I didn't put a whole lot in the crease because when we go to blend, it will blend right into that crease. But we need that color up a little higher because, you know, when you get into being in your mid-50s, some things start to sag and bag. And that's why we use great skincare, right? And fantastic eye creams. But you know, you guys, we do what we can. So instead of putting the crease, the eyeshadow down here where I used to, it goes up just a little bit higher. And I'll tell you, as soon as I started doing that, I was like, that looks fantastic now. Well, of course, it doesn't look fantastic like that. But anyway, now I'm going to grab a tissue and I'm just going to take off some of the excess off the crease brush. I just want to get the excess off of there a little bit. No wet, no, no spraying of anything. But I just want to, I'm going to blend it, but I just want to kind of take the crease brush and I'm going to use my blend brush in a minute. We all have our little ways of doing things. Oh, I got to pull that across. See, I get to talking and then I forget to do something. I'm sure it wouldn't have been too terrible, but... So we're pulling that espresso across the lash line there. Okay. All right. So let's see what they got next. So now it says the instructions say to blend the Mary Kay eyeshadow espresso in until it blends into the gold status, which is on my lid, right? With the Mary Kay blending brush. Now this blending brush, let me show you a little difference here. So here's the all over that I put on the gold status with, and this is the blending brush. So you can see that the blending brush is got a little bit more length and it has a little bit less bristles, or at least the looks of it, it does. It's not flat, it is definitely round. And the cool thing is that it's more bendable. This is more dense. Okay, so we're gonna do what it says. We're going to blend. Now the way I blend is I just kind of go in circles, and it wants me to blend it into the gold status. Okay. My daughter Megan, oh, when she was in high school, she used to get on to these YouTube channels, and she learned early on how to blend. And I'll tell you what, she would come downstairs with the most amazing looking eyeshadow trios, and it honestly looked like she had airbrushed on these beautiful colors of eyeshadow. It was just gorgeous. Okay, now we do have another color that we're going to do, so I'm just going to kind of blend. That's really most of what we have to do when we're doing eyeshadow, is make sure it's blended. Okay, and there's always room for error. Don't even let it, intimidate you, because what's the worst that would happen? Like it looks too heavy, then you take some off. It's not a big deal. We'll do a little cleanup in a minute. So the next step it tells us to do is line the upper lash line with the MK Black creating a small little wing. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not that great at the winging yet. My daughters are great. Is anybody else great out there at the wings? But we're going to give it a shot, because what's the worst that can happen? I just got done telling you guys not to be afraid, right? I love our eyeliners because we've got 3 colors right now. We've got black, dark brown, and slate, which is kind of like a gray. Now, these are beautiful and creamy. I love them. They're easy to put on. And as you can see, you can draw a line if you want to. I like to stipple it on. I don't like yanking at my eye ever. I used to do that. And guys, once the elasticity is gone, it's gone. So stop yanking and tugging at your eyes. So I just like to stipple it on. I have a little trick I'm going to show you in a minute, because sometimes it doesn't look exactly the way I want it to. So I use one of our other brushes. It's a brush that has the eyebrow brush on one end and then an eyeliner brush on the other. So I just use the eyeliner brush. Okay, we're going to try this winging. Okay, here we go. We're just going to do a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Just my daughter Megan, she would put a piece of tape on her eye. It was a sharp cat eye. Okay, so there it is. Okay, you're probably going, yeah, that looks kind of messy, Maureen. Okay, so then like I said, where did it go? Here it is. So it's this on one end and then this on the other end, the eyeliner. So what I do is I just take it and I just kind of, I guess blend, but just make it more cohesive going across your eye lash line. Just clean it up a little bit. Connect the dots. Okay. And then we're going to definitely do cleanup. Q-tips are my friend. I hope they are your friend. I love Q-tips. I don't like using my finger for cleanup because my fingers sometimes are they're not small enough to get in where I need to go. Okay? Okay, good. All right, so now what's the next step here? So now it says highlight the inner corner of the eye and the brow bone with Mary Kay Chromafusion Candlelight using the Mary Kay Eye Smudger Brush. Now the smudger brush, super dense, so it's gonna, and you can see how it's kind of shaped, that kind of shaved it, so you kind of have a little bit of a point, but not huge. So let's do that. So we're going to go ahead and grab some of that color. I'm going to twirl it in there a little bit. It said to do the inner corners, so I'm going to do the inner corners. Okay. Grab some more. I love Candlelight. First of all, I love the name. I love candles. And I love this shade because it kind of nice little sparkle, but not too much. Okay. And you have a lot of control with this smudger brush. A lot of control of where the eye color goes. Now you could use the all over eye brush for doing this if you wanted to, but you just, like I said, you have a lot more control. A lot of times we use this to go down here with color, like heavier color. Okay, so the inners right here. A little bit more blending with my CC cream. Okay, and there it is. Okay, now what is the next step? Because I think I might do a little cleanup right here. Yeah, it says to do the mascara. So this is what I'm going to do. Now, I don't have my foundation brush near me, but if I did, I would take my foundation brush and kind of go up like this. Or if I had my concealer, my concealer brush, I'm going to do the same with this. Because I did put all my foundation and my powder on. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of go in here a little bit. Just a little recon mission. Q-tips. They're like almost on the weekly grocery list, honestly. If I didn't have Q-tips, I would probably need a paper bag to... Okay, then I grab my all-over powder brush. I love this, and I just like to clean sweep away anything that we got going on there. Okay? Perfect. All right, so what does it tell us to do next? I think it was the Fanorama mascara, which is one of my favorites. But first, we need the eyelash curler. Now, the eyelash curler is a fantastic piece of equipment, especially if you have super straight eyelashes. And the Mary Kay one, if you know, like that was on special at holiday time. But you know what? We all share. So if you need one and somebody doesn't have one, just ask another consultant. The consultant will ask her sister consultant. Okay, sorry. That was a sidebar. Anyways, I love my eyelash curler. Okay, so I'm using the Fanorama mascara. Okay, the reason I love this mascara is because it defines the lashes. And on this brush, at the tip of the brush where normally nothing is happening, and we need something to happen to get into all the small areas, this has it. You see the little bristles up there? So I can actually go in, and what am I doing? I'm going to fan out using this little baby brush in here, out here. And honestly, you guys, if you've seen any of my videos before, I could sit here with the mascara for another 10 minutes, but I will not bore you. I love mascara. We have like 4 or 5 different kinds. This mascara, I believe, is, oh lordy, 16. Yeah, 16, and it comes in black. I mean, like, what other color do you need? Black mascara is the best. Now, you can put the mascara on your bottom lashes, and usually I don't, but I think that's just preference. Sometimes I have some bad allergies, and my eyes get to running, and it just doesn't make sense for me to put it down there. But I will show you how to do it just for the heck of it. And a little tip I learned, oh my goodness, so many years ago from another very, very smart Mary Kay chick, is you do your bottom lashes first. If you are going to do bottom, you do them first. Then you won't have any mistakes. Because well, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be very careful right now if you do it this way, the way I'm doing it, because you don't want the top mascara hitting your eyeshadow. Anyway, you just kind of go along here. You know, you probably know how to do this already. I don't have a whole lot down here, so I just hit the ones I can and leave the rest. I'm definitely going to need a Q-tip down there, for sure. All right, and then you can leave it dry, the Fanorama, and come back, hit the tips for a second coat. But like I said, anybody else out there that loves mascara and will just keep going and going with it? Because that would be me. Definitely. Okay. All right. We got that part done. Did I get that? Don't do that. Don't lick that. Okay. We did that. Now we're going to, okay, golden copper onto the apples of the cheek using the brush, the blush brush. So I'm going to actually use the tip, the higher seat. Make sure I'm showing this to you right. This is how the blush brush is. So if you were using contour, you would put the contour here. The cheek color is going to go here. And if we were using highlighter, we would go here. Okay, so I'm going to put my blush right here. Okay, and we're going to go on the apples of the cheek. All right, and then just sweep up. Now, golden copper isn't really a color I would normally use. I tend to use more cool colors, but we're going to just do the look on the apple of the cheek and then swoop up. And don't forget, I've got a nice little all over powder brush here. that I can blend with. So what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? I have no idea what we're doing. I saw somebody do this one time, and it kind of acts like a contour. Whatever you got left over on your blush brush kind of defines. Because I was listening to my girlfriend yesterday in her video. You know, when we put on, and it made so much sense, when we put on our foundation, well, we're making our face a complete, like, blank canvas. So using the contour, the blush, it helps us, you know, define our face again, right? So what I have here, you guys, is just a little tiny bit of the translucent powder, my big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of use a little bit of this just to kind of tone this down a little bit, because I'm kind of like Casper the Friendly Ghost over here. Wait till you see the lipstick. Oh! Yeah, that golden copper. It's a gorgeous color. Gorgeous. And it's fine for me. It's just not what I'm drawn to, you know? And don't we always go to what we're drawn to? You know what I mean? What we're comfortable with. Well, using golden copper today is getting outside my comfort zone. A little bit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. What is next? All right, here we go. So now we're going to line the lips using Mary Kay lip liner in red. Perfect. So that's right here. Now, I just lipped my... All right. So here's the deal with the lip liner. So you're going to make an X. Okay. And then continue. If you didn't see, go look at the video about Red Hot Lips, and it gives you a whole bunch of tips and tricks for your lipstick this weekend. Okay, and then here you start here. And then you just go side to side. Okay. Perfect. All right. And then we're going to use red stiletto. Look at that. I'm telling you, I used to be so afraid of red lipstick. Not anymore. No. The liner, this is a semi-matte lipstick, by the way. We do have them, and we do have nice red lipsticks in semi-shine. Really nice ones. We've got one called Scarlet Red, Red Smolder, and in matte, we've got the Red Stiletto, Poppy Please, and Midnight Red. That's super pretty, and it's got a little brown. It's darker. Real pretty. Anyway. I used to be really afraid of red lipstick. Not anymore. All right, so what else do I have here? I think that's it. Is that it? Let me see if I get everything. And does it all look right? It does. Let me fluff up my hair a little bit. Now, if you wanted to, you could put, you know, if you're not into matte lipstick or whatever, you could actually just put a touch of lip gloss right here and right here and go like that. And it would kind of lighten up that and kind of give it a little bit of a gloss and maybe a little bit of just like a luminous look. Does that make sense? So anyways, what do we got here? So here, I'll tell you all the things that we've got, what we did. So we've got the 3 eyeshadows here, right? These are all $8 each. This cheek color is $14. Our liquid eyeshadow is $14. The really pretty, slim, beautiful, compact with a mirror that you see here, that is $18. And like I was saying, the Panorama is $16. Our lip liner And our lipstick, so our lipstick is 18 and our lip liner is 12. And the lip liner is waterproof. And our translucent powder, amazing powder, is 16. And then our brushes, you can get the whole brush kit for 55, I think, and that comes with a super nice holder that zips. Anyways, you guys, this is our hopeful romantic look. I hope that you picked up a tip or two. Also, ask your Mary Kay consultant about the February deals. You don't want to miss out on these. And actually, the Fanorama's on there. Oh my gosh. And the hydrogel eye patches. So anyways, you guys, you want to ask your Mary Kay consultant about February deals for what is 50% off items of your choice, the February special deals. So anyways, have a super great weekend. And guess what? You will see me again this weekend.